King of the Monsters was developed by SNK and released into the arcades on the Neo Geo MVS back in 1991. Unlike most Neo Geo fighting games, King of the Monsters is more of a wrestling game than an actual one-on-one fighter. This means less skill is needed and more button mashing is the order of the day. Well, maybe not so true. There is a hint of skill required to beat this game, however it doesn't really involve pulling off special moves. In fact, the special moves quite often hinder your progress due to the amount of time they take to execute. In this arcade version you can control one of 6 monsters, battling around 6 locations in Japan. As well as beating the crap out of your opponent, you can also bite them, do various throw types and even grab nearby vehicles to throw at them. The winner of the round is the first person to pin their opponent for 3 seconds. With the Mega Drive being similar to the Neo Geo in some ways, it's nice to see it getting a port of King of the Monsters that resembles its big arcade brother pretty well. As you could see, SPS, the developers of this port, have made an effort to make the opening presentation just like the Neo Geo version, right down to the scaling title logo. In-game graphics are also similar to the Neo Geo version, with a little less colour of course. Audio wise, the game doesn't hold up too well, but there are a few monster sample roars in there, as well as the odd 1 or 2 good tunes. The biggest difference though, is the lack of characters. In this port, you can only control 4 characters, rather than the 6 found in the arcade game. There's also less stages, with the same stage being repeated twice in a row. Just like the Mega Drive version, the Super Famicom release also follows the arcade's presentation quite well, but that's where the good points end. You see, Genki, the developers of this port, changed the way the game plays. Moves seem to be more difficult to pull off, animation is lacking which affects timing, and the pin system is stupid. I even had to resort to the manual to figure out how to pin in this version. The manual of course was no help. That said to use the Y button. What you actually have to do is keep pressing the Y button and down in order to pin. In the other versions you just keep hitting punch. Y in the Super Famicom game is jump! Yes, jump! Why would jump be used to pin someone? Well, I guess we can be glad there's a dedicated jump button. The graphics are also not as good in the Super Famicom port. The main characters seem stretched, and it's also noticeable to see where the tiles end when you destroy background objects. Yes, you can also tell in other versions, but not as much as in this port. And let's take a look at all those versions of King of the Monsters running side by side.